Happy Saturday! Welcome to Paper Doll Saturday. This is the day where we get to play, create, cut things up, make a mess, and bring another little paper doll story to life. Every Saturday, I add something new to the Paper Dolls by Mary Lou collection. It might be a brand new paper doll, a fabulous outfit, a new era, new adventure, or something completely unexpected. So grab your scissors, grab your glue, settle in, and let's get ready to play with paper dolls, because around here, Saturdays are for paper dolls. Hi everyone, it's Saturday and we're already in August. Can you believe that? Like, that time just went like poof. I have an amazing brand new paper doll design, and it's kind of going to be a theme for the month of August. But first, let's finish the doll for this week. So as you know, this past week or last week, the Ungelato per favore was free, and she still doesn't have shoes on because they're right here beside me. Let's take a look and see what I have come up with to as accessories and stuff for her. So here is, of course, the freebie for this past week. So you can see the shoes are here. I have made them. It's all there. She's all good to go now. And I came up with gelato, because un gelato per favore, of course, means that there needs to be ice cream. So what I have is different kinds of ice cream or gelato and a gelato card. Isn't it cool? I thought that would just be the coolest thing to create, and a nice vintage gelati card. And then there is, of course, a menu, because you need a menu, and it is a 1960s gelateria menu as a background. So I will be using bits and pieces of it. I won't be using the whole thing. I will try to use the whole card, so I may have to create a little bit bigger or make another fold out page, which is also a very good possibility. So let's see what I am going to come up with. First things first, I need to put some shoes on the poor lady, and that means I need some scissors. There they are. And I think I want I am going to go with the pink shoes, because they're belonging with the pink dress, even though I would probably go with white shoes with this dress, but you know. So I just have to finish that, and then we can quickly build a beautiful page spread for in the City of the Paper Dolls. Now, I don't know if you watched my little fumble on Monday with where I'm trying to fix the journal within a journal. I had fun playing in the sandbox. Did I fix it? Absolutely not. I think I may have made it worse, but that's okay. I did get asked why I didn't change the spine, and let me show you before I do anything else. Let me show you why I am not fixing the spine. I have created this journal out of one piece, so it has enough room to expand. Like, I'm not overly concerned. It's also not going to be anything that is going to be up for sale or anything like that. This is for me, and I am just playing with this. I am just giving the paper dolls a home. And if you haven't seen the video for Monday, you can see here how I added all the sand. Let me show you from up close. So there's all kinds of sand right here. And I just made a giant mess. And I think I had sand everywhere. And you can see, like, I haven't opened it. It is now pretty stuck together, which is okay. I will unstick it. Unstickify it. I'm losing some bits and pieces. It's okay. And then this one doesn't have any sand. But that is what I did to fix my journal within a journal. And like, to fix it, I wanted to make it smaller, right? Like right down there. But when you're adding sand to it, it becomes rock hard and it can no longer push in. So that's what I mean with, I just made it worse, but it's all good. I love how it looks, and I think that's all that matters. If I had thought that out well beforehand, yeah, I would have put it in a bigger journal, but I didn't. So yeah, it is what it is. Where are we at? Let's use this page. I like this page with these colors. Shoes. That's what we were doing. We were putting on shoes, because you cannot have gelato without shoes. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Let's grab a little bit of ink. I don't need a lot, just a little, just to cover up the white spots. Perfect. Little bit of glue. There. And a little bit of glue. Oh, come on. Glue. Glue, glue, glue. There. And then we now have shoes on our feet, so we can get gelato. This is going to be the page, and I think I want to use something fun as a flip out. Well, I'm going to use this. So this is sheet music, and it has like handwriting on it. 1952. So let's use this. Why not? And I think I can probably take a little piece off of it. I'm just going to fold this over. I think I want to take it off on this side. I want that kind of little bit of rough edge on the other side. But I think I like the idea of having the combination of the gelato and the music and the cart and then the pretty doll. I think I like the idea. And then I can make this a bit of a flip out. So I'm going to put it on the I go like this. See, I need to remember that when I flip this over, I'm going to be able to see this, and I can use this on both sides. So I have to keep that in mind. So I think I may go like this, and then I keep the music I do. I am going to do this exactly like I just said. So I am going to glue this down. I am not inking around this because it is beautiful just how it is. It is old, it is worn. And I'm covering this in glue to make sure that it all stays nice and tight together. And I'm just going to lay this on top of here. And I know I picked a page that had pretty nice colors, for like nice coffee dyed colors. And then I'm going with like a bluish turquoise, but I really like it. And look how cool it looks on this side. So now I can just fold this. Like that. And I'm going to fold it in half here. Let me show you. Actually, I'm going to fold it the other way. Like this. There. So then I can put a tab on here. You can fold it out, and it doesn't matter that there's something else on the other side, because when you flip that out, then you have, when you flip that out, then you have this. Just like that. So I like this. And I want to put the gelato cards on here. So let's cut that out. And I'll speed that up for you so you're not sitting there watching me fussy cut around this forever and a day. All right, we have the gelati cards. Here we go. Let's lay this down. What is underneath here? The buttons from the closure. So I can put this just like that, and it will fold. That's not a big deal. Then I also have the menu. So I want this part, and I think I want this like that, and put it right there. As you can tell, I'm not cautious, I'm not careful, I am just ripping and tearing because I just want to make it look like bits and pieces that I've found and I put into a journal. Glue, I'm not even thinking about it. I am just adding glue and paper and making a collage kind of idea on this page. Putting this aside for now. And then I can put that right there. Ink. And glue. There's a fly flying around here, just in case you're wondering what that is. It's just a fly being annoying. And then do I want this one right here? Yeah, I think so. I don't want like a ton of this. This is just to give it a little bit of interest and break up that blue a little bit. I think I want to attach this like it is, like you can tuck things behind it. I don't know if I want to ink it though. I think I am not going to ink it. One, that's like it's going to save me a little bit on time, and two, because I'm just not sure where it is going to go. So I'm going to cut it loose right here, just like that. And then I'm going to put glue from right here all the way around, like that, probably to about there. And then this is all going to get glued down very nicely. Right here, this is going to be a tuck. So I'm taking half that wheel and sticking it down. There we go. So let's see. And it's going to go to right there. And stick it down. Some more sand that is still laying here. That is annoying me. Let's get this attached very well. So this will, you can tuck things behind here, which is perfect. Now I am going to, I kind of ripped that, so I'm just going to take this one, put some glue on it, oops, and then stick it right there where it belongs. Just like that. And then I'm going to put glue all the way along the rest of it. This is really my favorite part of the whole paper doll idea, is the page spreads that I get to make in the city of the paper dolls. I love doing this. Because it kind of gives the dolls their story, right? So most of the time I already have this thought out, what I want to create, what my theme is, before I start building the paper doll, because otherwise I can't figure out what I'm going to name it, right? So that is where you can usually tell what I've thought out if you are watching the title. Okay, so this is attached. So one, I got stuck somewhere. Okay, so she can go right here to order her gelato, right? She's thinking big time out of the but that's okay. So now let's make some ice cream. Let's make some cones. So again, I am just going to speed through this. I have all the ice creams fussy cut, or all the gelato ice cream. There's quite a difference between ice cream and gelato. And I'm noticing that I left some white edges here. So I'm just cutting those off, even though I am pretty sure they're all going to be covered. Okay, let's ink around them. And now I'm going to build gelatos. Let's build a cone. So I'm going to take this, and then that can go on top. And then I have some bigger bulbs, and that can go right there. And I like that, so I'm going to glue it down. There. It is far from perfect. So I am like, again, I've said this a few times, like when I'm building this, it is actually my final test and I can see what I need to fix. So in this situation, for example, I now know that I need to make the balls a little smaller, which is not a big deal. But I do really like it. I love it. I think it's awesome. I took the wrong one, so this one can go right there. So my idea is that these are now actually, like, you can turn them into tags. So you can stick this, for example, onto a different piece of paper and then glue it all together. And then it becomes a little bit more sturdy so that it's actually a tag. But I may put it on the other side so that I have the menu on the opposite side of the gelato. So turn this around. And I'll just stick this right there. take the next one. If you made it out of a heavier cardstock, of course, you don't have to back it onto anything. I did not make it out of anything heavy enough, so I do have to back it a little bit. There we go. So then I can just cut around this. Stick that right behind her. So she is now part of the gelato crew. And then this one, I think I want to stick it right there, so that when this closes up, let's just close this. Because I have to fold it. Either way, I have to fold it, so let's do that. And then this goes back this way. There we go. And then I put the gelato somewhere, but I don't know where. Oh, it fell right back there. So then I can put this right here. I can have her stick out just a little bit so that you can see her, just like that. That just fell off. So I'll put that right there. And then that is it for the un gelato, per favore. There we go. I think she's lovely. What do you think? I think it is absolutely fantastic. I'll have to make a little tag for on there. There we go. I have a little tab. And I have a little bit left of this, so I'm just going to stick that right on there. And add a little blue bow. So I'll just stick that down. Add some glue here and here. And I can put this right here on the edge. Not like that. I want it like this. There we go. And I will stick the little blue bow on there. Little glue and the bow. And there we go. All good. That is un gelato, per favore. So, are you excited to see what is next? What did I think up for the month of August? To me, August is wedding season, right? There's every month has a season, and August to me is weddings. So I have come up with a movie star in Monaco wedding, and I know it is very difficult to see, but the veil is upside down because I wanted to make sure that it all fit onto one page and you would get the gown and the veil and the shoes, the whole bit. So this is inspired by Grace Kelly's wedding dress. And I want to build her. I want to build a little bit of a Monaco world. So let's start by building her dress. So let's discuss the pieces. There's the shoes. They are based or inspired by the actual shoes that Grace Kelly was wearing on her wedding. So I will show you. They're hard to see, but they're very pretty shoes. Then we have the gown with the full top is all lace all the way up to here. Then it has the wide waistband with the bow that comes out of it, and like it's a really beautiful gown. We have the veil, and I will show you how I am envisioning that we use this. And then of course there is the paper doll. So there's also a brand new paper doll this week with new undergarments. However, if you remember, last month or in June, I created the 1950s leading ladies. And for the 1950s, one of the 1950s leading ladies was Grace Kelly, of course. So I am going to show you, once I remove some of the sand, that I am going to take the undergarments off of this doll and put them on her, so that I am actually creating the whole Grace Kelly idea. So I'm just going to cut this off. Just like that. And I'm going to cut her legs right off. Sorry. So if you picked up the graduation doll, then you would have Grace. I didn't cut around her fingers very nicely, so let me fix that. So I'm going to put the gown with the petticoat right on her, and then I will I'll ink around that, and I'm using some walnut ink. I am not going to use walnut ink on the wedding gown though. I will grab my antique linen. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue right on here, because that way I know for sure that it is going to be in the right place. There, and I can stick this right on her and kind of slide it into position. There we go. Ta-da! She does have straps, but you know, it is what it is. Then at the same time, I am going to put her shoes on her, and I'm doing that the way that I always do it. I am just going to cut out the inside And I'll just put that on her toes. And it'll look like she's wearing shoes. Okay, because I don't want to get everything all dark and gloomy. I want it to stay really pretty and beautiful. So this is the movie star in Monaco. So I'm not giving anything away if I tell you that this is kind of going to be the theme for the month of August, is weddings. Because I thought it would be something that is just lovely. And as usual, I have made the shoes a little bit too big, which is okay. I'm just going to leave it. There we go. The shoes are on. Let's put the gown on, and the gown can go right over top of everything. So I am going to once again put glue all the way along the doll, and see, now I am just covering this whole petticoat up with glue. Which is going to make the doll super stiff, because now it has multiple layers of 65-pound photo paper. And as usual, if it doesn't fit, make it fit. That's what scissors are for. They're a fantastic invention. So for example, I want the arms to fit properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the arm right off and then stick it so that it looks right. On that side, same thing. I need to cut it off right there. And then stick it down so that it fits properly. And then I'm just cutting into it so that I can make this fit. You won't have to do that. It will all fit when you receive. When you're seeing this, everything fits properly. This is my problem. But there she is. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the vintage linen or the antique linen, and I'm just going to go and ink right around the edge of the gown, just to give it some depth, to give it some pretty, and it just looks right. Go, and I'm also going to ink around her head. I don't know how much of it will be visible, but I just want to make sure that it is covered. And I want to fix those hands, that hand, because I don't like how that looks. There we go. There she is. She's so pretty. She's such an elegant woman. There we go. All right. So now this, I want to fit right on her head, right? So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut into here, around, and then, yeah, I'm going to cut into it. Kind of right here. Should work properly. Just kind of, I'm being as careful as I possibly can be. So I think up to there, and then the same right here. So I'm kind of going around like that. And we'll just come around like that. That should work. It needs to go a little higher, so I need to go all the way up to there. So this side also needs to go up to there. And I'm just following one of the lines that is in the design. So then, once I put this on here, this will fit over top of her shoulders. And then the headpiece will fit right on her head. Just like that. So what I am going to need is my knife. So I am going to cut right in here so that this can fit over her head. Let's see if I have it big enough so that it will fit properly. I don't think I do. Nope, not yet. I need to open it just a little wider. Maybe I have to actually... do I have to cut it loose? I think I may have to. May have to cut a little piece open here. That's one. That's two. That should work a little bit better. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Okay, once I'm just going to ink around that quickly. And kind of quickly around the veil too. Not a ton, just a little, just to give it that little bit of depth. And once you see this in person, like there is like lots of delicate lace and stuff. And you know what? I think I may want to, can I do that? Can I fit this? I don't think so. What if? Kind of cut around this a little bit more. And you don't have to do this at all. You know, if you want to do it differently, do it differently. Just because I am doing it a certain way doesn't mean you have to. So I'm just cutting pieces away. Let's see what happens. Because I want to be able to fit this kind of so I may have to cut into it just a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, the hairpiece or the headpiece is fitting beautifully. Okay, I'm going to glue that down. Just want to come over top. There we go. There it is. Whoops. And really what I'm doing right now is this is why I usually don't create scarves or anything like that, because it is so hard to get paper to do what fabric can do. But I think just like that, it would be good. I am going to put glue in there and say, yes, that's good. I think she's attached for the most part. I think she is beautiful. Let's see. A little touch of glue right here on the edge. And I'm just going to take just a little bit so that it sticks down here. And we do have that little bit of 3D effect, but nothing major. So there is my Grace Kelly bridal gown. Well, I hope you are going to love her as much as I do. So this is my very first bride. And I think she is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is today's or this week's freebie is Paper Doll, a movie star in Monaco. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like and the hype button, all those buttons that you see, hit them all. And because it does help my channel an awful lot. And you know, every week I come up with a different freebie, so I hope you are liking them enough to give me a like and a hype. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and I will see you again on Monday.